I assume you're in a hotel room. I'm not sure where you are in Illinois. You know, you've got different costs racking up, including travel. How is that all being paid for?
Yeah, we brought our own Texas flag, brought my cowboy boots, so we've got a little bit of home here in Illinois. And I wish desperately that I was back in Texas with my family, with my friends, with my constituents, even with my Republican colleagues. You know, I wish they weren't trying to rig the next election with these new maps in the middle of the decade. But unfortunately, they've decided to go through with this. And so we're using this legitimate constitutional tactic to stop that power grab and fight for our constituents.
Representative, let me just jump in because of the language. Just because of the language, I would love to jump in. You said rig the election. So let's just take a moment now and make sure that we're all on the same page when we choose the words that we use, just for the accuracy and edification of the audience. Did the state of Illinois rig their election when they drew their map the way they did as so drawn, or the state of New York, or the state of Massachusetts, or the state of California? Would you describe those states as rigged elections as well?
I'm not an elected official in those states, but I've condemned those maps. I'm against gerrymandering wherever it happens. If it happens in a red state or in a blue state, it's wrong. But what's happening here is they're redistricting in the middle of the decade. So they already gerrymandered our maps in 2021. I was there. I spoke against the bill. I didn't break quorum. My colleagues and I didn't break quorum. We're breaking quorum now because they are trying to change the rules halfway through the game, and they're doing it at the request of the most powerful man in the country.
I'm hearing you. You think those states are rigged. The elections coming out of Illinois and Massachusetts and New York, those are rigged elections as well. You condemn those. But you differentiate Texas. I think you just said that exactly. You said, I condemn those, called Texas rigged. They're similar in that way. So I would assume that means you think they're rigged. The only difference you drew was when? Middle of the decade, middle census. Well, Gavin Newsom says he's about to do that in California, and Kathy Hochul says she's about to do that in New York. So they are guilty, in your mind, clearly, of rigging elections, clearly in California and New York.
I'm asking, do you know how many Republicans joined Democrats in the U.S. Congress to ban gerrymandering? All the Democrats voted for it. 0 Republicans voted for it. 0.
It's an odd.
So you can spare me the both sides rhetoric. It's clearly one side that is trying to rig the rules in the middle of the game. This is like 2 football teams coming out of the locker room at halftime, and the team that's ahead says they want to change the rules for the second half so they can win the game. All of us would be throwing food at the TV if that happened. We don't accept cheating in our politics. We don't accept cheating in our relationships. We shouldn't accept cheating in our elections. I don't want to muddy the waters. All of us, whether we're Democrats, independents, or Republicans, we should stand up to politicians who don't want to face accountability at the ballot box. That's exactly what's happening here. And I asked you, if Republican policies are popular, why do they need to redraw these maps? Why can't they just run on their policies?
I'm getting wrapped on time. I'm enjoying this conversation. I want to let it go on.